Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I'm obviously wearing the same thing that I was in my last declutter series. Obviously I'm going to be just trying to get as many of these filmed today, which is why you'll probably see the same exact where I am at in the same video, or what I'm trying to say, or whatever. But welcome back to my channel nonetheless. And my name is Ashley and I am decluttering my makeup. I had decluttered it probably 6 months ago and got rid of a whole bunch, and now I'm just trying to do it again. But I have some regrets from that declutter that I don't want to really let go of stuff right away. So I am currently just filling up this 12-quart box of all the stuff, and I feel like I'll go through this maybe in a couple months, and if I haven't pulled anything from it since then, I am going to just give it away. So I've already done my blushes. That's what you see in here of what I'm giving away. I will link that video below if you'd like to watch that one. But today I'm going to be doing other face palettes. So it's any palette that has face products in it, including if it's an eyeshadow palette. So it could be a highlighter palette, a bronzing palette, although some of them might be with like bronzers, so I might not. I'm just doing whatever I have already out here. But I know there's highlighting palettes. I know there's face palettes, which include like blush, bronzer, highlight. I swear there is more. Hold on. I found a whole other drawer full of them, so I'm glad I did that. All right, now I'm ready to go through. So these can be face palettes, highlighter palettes, some bronzing palettes, I think, and some smaller eyeshadow palettes that also include a face product. So let's just get started. Yep, let's just jump in. So I know right off the bat I'm going to get rid of this Makeup Geek highlighting palette. I've never really used it, and I know someone else might get a good use out of this. This is the Kathleen Lights collaboration a few years ago, or whenever that was. But I've heard it's great. I just never personally used it, so I'm gonna let that go. I know I'm going to keep this Tarte Styled by Harush palette. I really like the blush, but I really like a couple of these eyeshadow shades. So I'm going to continue to hold on to this, at least for a little bit. If I don't pull from it, I'm going to get rid of it, because I don't wear it as much as I think I should. Another product I think I'm going to get rid of is this Anastasia highlighting palette with Nicole Guerrero. I know people either love this or hate it. I don't like any of them. They're very powdery, very glittery, and so I think I'm just gonna let it go. I probably wore it when I first got it and haven't touched it since. So that's gonna go bye. The other thing that I think is gonna go bye-bye is this other Anastasia palette, which is the Dream Glow Kit. This just has some colors in it that I won't wear, and I need to learn that I just don't wear colors like this, and need to be really more realistic of what I decide to purchase in the future, because I feel like I'm just wasting my money. I mean, these are not expensive, these are not cheap, and I don't think I've ever used it. I probably swatched it a few times, but I don't think I ever actually used it, so that was a waste. I know I'm going to be keeping my Glow highlighting palette by Glam Glow, and also my Bobbi Brown. This is their Shimmer Brick palette that they came out with a couple years ago. I do like that. I don't use it enough, so this might be decluttered in the near future, but I'm not ready to let that go yet. I know I'll also be keeping this Laura Geller Life Glows On Illuminating palette. It has, let's see, Opal Crush, French Fizz, and Diamond Lust. I don't use this enough, but I want to, and I'm not ready to let it go, so I know I'm keeping that. I know I'm keeping this Tarte Poppy Picnic. This is kind of old, but I love the blush. That is why I ended up keeping the palette. I wasn't too thrilled with the eyeshadows, but the blush is amazing. So I'm definitely holding on to this. I know I'm going to get rid of another Anastasia Glow palette. This is the Sun Dipped. Again, I don't really like them. Maybe I'm missing it because I don't know why people love these so much. because I can't get on the bandwagon. I mean, they're not, I don't know, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't get it. Maybe I got the wrong palette. I wish I would have gotten that, I don't know if it's candy, sugar or something. That seemed to have more colors that would have suited my skin. So maybe that is why. But I think I'm going to let this go because I just don't use it. Okay. I know I'm keeping this highlighting palette. My Hourglass palette I'm keeping, the Desert Bloom palette I'm keeping, and the Cheek Leaders palette I'm keeping. These are fairly new. This is just a favorite. So I know I'm keeping those. Let's see what else. I think I'm going to get rid of this Hard Candy Just Glow. I just bought this probably 3-4 months ago. Never opened it. I think it's still taped shut. Yes, it's still taped shut, but obviously if I haven't used it by now, I probably need to pass it on to my girls or something because I'm obviously not going to use it. I know I'm keeping the Artist palette from Laura Mercier, probably one of my all-time favorite palettes. I think I'm going to let go of this Naked Flushed palette. I just don't use it anymore. I used to love it. It was great. I do think I'm going to get rid of this Smashbox highlighting palette, and this was with, oh, what was her name? Or what is her name? She just had a baby. Who is it? I can't think of her name. I'm sure you guys will know. But you can, I think you can buy this palette now. It's just not in the limited edition packaging or something. But I got the pearl one. Again, I've never used it. Maybe one time. That's why I need to stop buying this stuff. Because obviously I have more than I need and I'm not touching a lot of it. I know I'm keeping the Cali Contour from Smashbox, and I'm going to keep the Stellar Glow palette from, I think this is Bare Minerals. Yes, Bare Minerals. I love this. Just got this probably within the last, well, for sure within the last year, but it's not that old, but I love it. I need to use it more. That's going to be the theme of all these videos, is I need to use it more. Okay, I think this is going to be the only Anastasia palette I'm keeping, which is funny because it's probably the most colored, but I think I can use these on my eyes and I might like it. I don't think I can use these on my face. Maybe if I mix them, but this is the Moonchild palette. But this probably most likely will get decluttered next time around. But I'm going to let go of that Glow palette. This one is kind of like the Sun Dipped palette. I just don't get any of these. I don't get the thrill of why everyone likes these. They do not look good on my skin. Maybe I'm getting too old and my skin doesn't react right, but I'm just gonna let it go. Like, that is so much money I have wasted. If my husband knew, he'd probably, I don't know what he would do. I'm going to get rid of this Makeup Revolution palette. This was actually a free gift from Ulta probably 6-ish months ago or something. It has eyeshadows and then a couple face products. It's too glittery for me, too shimmery. It's very nice for someone that has, I think, just younger skin or just different tastes, but just for me, it's too shimmery. So I tend to not wear it. So, I think almost everything else I'm keeping. I have the Emily palette, which I like. This could get decluttered eventually. It's not my total favorite. I do have the Charlotte Tilbury Instant in a Look. This is one of my favorites. Okay, I'm not going to say it, but it's from It Cosmetics. So dirty. But it has like, if I can open it, how do you open it? Okay. It has a blush, bronzer, setting powder. This is probably a highlighting powder. I need to use this more, but I definitely like it and don't plan on getting rid of that. But I do have this It Cosmetics beauty book I got around the Christmas season this year. I know this is the second one I believe they came out with, but it's kind of hard because it has cream and powder products. So you get like a bronzer, a setting powder, or translucent powder. These are cream concealers. Couldn't think of it. Then you have the blush, highlight, and lipsticks. Let me just close that to hold those in. And then you have the eyeshadows and eyeliner. The idea of this is great, but I love It Cosmetics face products. I think they are absolutely amazing. I love a lot of their skincare products. I am not a fan of their eyeshadows. I've had their Naturally Pretty palette. I don't think I own that anymore. But when I do my declutter, we'll see, because I don't think I own it anymore. And I never wore it, never used it. So that is why I think I don't use this, is because I just don't care for the eyeshadows. And if I'm going to carry this around, I want to be able to use all the products in it. So this is going to be on the chopping block. I don't think I'm ready to let go of it, but I need to think about it. All right, what else do we have? My Vibrancy palette, I know I'm not getting rid of that. That's fairly new. I have the Clinique palette, fairly new, so that's not going anywhere. I also have the NARS Hot Tyrus palette. That's fairly new. I'm not getting rid of that. I do have this highlighting palette from Tarte, which isn't my favorite, but I love the packaging. I just think it is so pretty. Not that I should keep it for that reason, but I really feel like I haven't given it much of a try, so that's why I'm thinking I'm going to hold on to it at least a little bit. I do have the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm not planning on decluttering this anytime soon, but I definitely don't wear it very much, so I need to think about that, because I'm not going to wear it. Why keep it? This is a Smashbox blush palette. I talked about this in my blush declutter that I knew I had it, and then I forgot that it was already put away. But I'm obviously keeping this. It's supposed to have a bronzer in it and a highlight, but to me they're really just all blushes on my skin. Or at least the bronzer I don't really use, but I like this. This was the LA Lights palette. I think it's great. All right, the last thing I have is this Smashbox Art Love Color Masterclass. The reason I'm including this is because it does come with blushes and then eyeshadows. So I don't use this enough to really feel like it's worth it for me to keep it. But at the same time, I've decluttered so many of my colored eyeshadow palettes, that I feel like I want to keep this because of these yellows and oranges. I don't really have any purples. I don't have many blues anymore. I've actually never really used the blushes in this. You know what? Maybe I'm going to give this a try to use it the next few weeks, see if I want to keep it. 'Cause I don't know if I want to just declutter it when I really haven't tried it very much. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you have this, what you think of it, because I don't know now. But that is everything in my face palettes, and I'm keeping still probably way too many. But I am filling up this box right along. Go this way. I have quite a few things I've added to it today, so that is always good. You know, I don't think it will be a problem for me to fill up this box during this declutter series, so I might have to even grab another box. But thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you think I should have kept or should have got rid of. Is there anything in here that you think I should totally just not keep? Especially if it's things like I told you that I'm not like totally, you know, don't totally love, but I keep holding on to. So let me know. But anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.